India, South Africa are 134 for 4 right now in 25 overs. Joining me right now is senior cricket journalist Sharda Ugra, and we also have with us the very passionate Rishi Chhabra, fan team India. Let me start by asking Rishi, looking at this Indian team lineup, this might be the so-called B team, as many would call it, but this team is equally capable to go to the World Cup and maybe even win it. What do you have to say about that?
Absolutely, Osama, because, the World Cup, the 50-over World Cup is just over a year now. The time that is left for the 50-over World Cup, just over a year. So I think this is the right time to start the preparations for that tournament. And, it is the time to give these players the experience that they can get before the World Cup. And I'm sure, a lot of players from this team will feature in that 50-over World Cup as well. And, a lot of people have been saying that this series is of no importance, but let's not forget South Africa will play their hearts out because they also want to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah.
They are in the qualifying criteria, and they would like to win all their 6 games that are remaining in this before the World Cup. So it is an important series no matter what.
Absolutely. Let's also talk about the approach. Sharda Ugra, India's approach in the T20s. It has been to be aggressive and assert yourself, especially with the batting. And we'll come to the bowling part of it as well. But do you think this approach is going to change a little from the T20s to the ODIs?
I think, Osama, what's happened now is that you're seeing basically a younger generation of players that are coming through in this team. I mean, Shikhar is the only one from sort of a previous generation, but you've got people like Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson, and they've always played their cricket in a way that is, this is a 360-degree field, let's make use of it. So I think you're going to find that you saw a couple of the South African batsmen playing shots as well of that kind, making room, finding gaps. So I think this is, you are possibly going to find in the next World Cup is that the totals are far higher because they're going to be than what they were even conventionally. So if you're looking at 320 as an average, it might be even more. And it'll be interesting to see this particular one-day series to see how these young players respond to a situation like this. There is no baggage around them. They're not playing with the big stars. There's no Kohli or Rohit Sharma or any of those names, and this is their chance to shine. So I think that kind of an approach is going to be a part of all international formats going ahead. I think just a quicker turnover of the scoring rate being much to than it's been, and this is the T20 impact almost.
Yeah, absolutely. And you made a great point about how these players don't really have the pressure to go out and be under that pressure. And it's also a great opportunity for a lot of these young players coming into the team, especially talking about the middle order. Rishi, India right now has a packed middle order with great batting options. You have Sanju Samson, you have Deepak Hooda, many others, and all of them have been performing. Does this put pressure on the players who are right now in the so-called A team? Or we go by the thought that people who are in the A team need to be persisted with, even if they are not performing, because that's how you want the team to be.
Well, it is a very important point to see that a player like Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson, who have been knocking the doors of the Indian A team, but they haven't been able to, secure a confirmed spot. So players like them, they would like to perform in that series, make sure that the selectors have their eye on them. And who knows, in the future, because Rishabh Pant is in and out of the team, Dinesh Karthik is there, Sanju Samson has been performing really well. So it is an opportunity for all these players to perform and make sure that, even if they don't feature in the playing 11, they're at least in the playing in the 15-member squad. Yeah. So that whenever there's an opportunity, they grab that opportunity and get a chance to play.
Absolutely. It's a problem of plenty and a problem that we are not at all bothered with right now. Sharda Ugra, let's also talk about the bowling. We have done everything right when it comes to the batting. We have a balanced middle order. We have good openers. But we can't really say the same about the bowling right now. I mean, yes, you do have great bowling options, but you don't see a set bowling lineup, especially going into the World Cup. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that is going to be, particularly following the announcement of Bumrah being unavailable because he's had a stress fracture of his back. I think that's sort of freaking everybody out. And His replacement hasn't been named as yet. So and they're literally there to be there. Siraj is there, and they had Deepak Chahar as well, who's not playing today. So these are the two bowlers that are there. I mean, I just want to go back to what we were just discussing about the team that is playing the game today, is that they are playing against the full strength South Africa. So it's not South Africa that is sort of with sort of half and half. This is the team that they have. And coming back to the bowling, so you will be testing all these bowlers. I mean, Kuldeep Yadav was part of the Indian first 11 for some period of time. Then he's sort of fallen off the match. Him, Ravi, Bishnoi. I think the worry with the Indians at the moment is generally having a settled sort of a bowling attack of some kind, or at least with just one or two options available. But what's happened in the T20 series as it's gone past is that we've seen that because Bumrah has and someone of Shami's experience has been missing, runs have been sort of leaked to a great extent, and you're not able to find death overs bowlers of the kind that will give you confidence. I mean, things may turn around by the time they get there. Magic may happen. This is cricket, but looking at the patterns, there is sort of considerable worry. Let's see how they pick who they pick as Bumrah's replacement.
Rishi, one quick word about Ruturaj Gaikwad. He's making his debut today. What do you expect from him in this team right now?
Well, I would just want him to go and enjoy his first debut match, because we've seen in the IPL the kind of performance that he can pull out, and he's one player to look out for the future, especially in the opening slot. So I would really hope that he performs well. And, like you said, no baggage, no pressure to perform big score needed from him. He just I personally want him to just go out and enjoy the game today.
I hope he does. Thank you, both of you, for joining us on this discussion.